Hi there, I'm Coach Kenneth,
And I'm Coach Victoria.
and in this video we're going to be talking to you about, is no contact failing if your ex hasn't reached out yet?
Ooh, this is a good one. Before we get into it, I did want to say that Craig and I are available for coaching sessions. So if you would like to talk about your personal situation with one of us, you can do that on the website by booking from there.
Yep. You know, some people are so hurt and so angry in no contact. They want to blame everybody else. They want to blame everything else. And they'll be angry. Oh, no contact's not working. I've been in no contact for almost 3 weeks. Listen, no contact takes time. And a lot of exes need months before they come back. I know it's hard to hear, but in a way, for me, that's reassuring.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather get myself together and have the time to get myself emotionally centered and prepared for all the changes that I need to make to be ready for them.
Right? And you want to know that you're making the right decision by pursuing a relationship with your ex. A lot of us have separation anxiety right after the breakup, so we don't have just a clear picture of what this relationship would actually look like if it were to be reinstated.
Yeah.
So
But a lot of people can get so angry about no contact working. Sometimes you'll see those really hostile comments.
Oh,
No
yeah.
contact's not working. Well, how do you know?
And that's why it's so hard, is because you don't know what's happening on the other side.
That's
You have
right.
no idea what your ex is thinking or feeling, and that's why we try to educate you all just on what we've seen as the process, on what might be going on through their mind, what their process might be like, just so that you have a better idea and are able to calm your own anxiety. Nothing creates anxiety more than uncertainty,
Yes.
than not knowing what's next.
That's right. And that's what we're trying to help you learn by doing the work, by doing the creative healing course and the workbooks. That is what helps you sit with that uncertainty that comes, especially through a breakup.
Right.
But, you know, learning to soothe that anxiety is absolutely critical. But it takes time. It's like, well, if you put something in the oven, how do you know that it's cooking? Right? If you're have any experience in the kitchen, you know it's going to take time for it to cook. Well, we have experience with no contact, and we know it's going to take time for them to feel the consequences, to go through the process that they need to go through before they do reach out.
Exactly. And you can't read their mind. You don't know if they are reconsidering. You don't know if they are missing you, if they're not. And of course, there's no 100% way to know. We can't sit here and tell you with 100% certainty that your ex will reach out to you, but we can say that this is the best approach that we have found.
Absolutely. I mean, we're constantly listening to people every day that tell us, well, I tried the clean slate message. What happened?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Work.
Nothing.
Or it sounds very manipulative.
Yeah.
Exes get angry.
Well, especially with the letter.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, with the letter, that gets ignored more than anything.
Or shredded.
I don't know. I haven't heard shredded. But I don't know what those exes are doing with it. But, I ask when I hear those things, okay, well, what happened? Because I want to know what happened. I want to know what's working. I want to see what works for you guys or what's making it worse. Not reaching out. That's a way we teach no contact. Not ignoring your ex. We're not telling you to ignore your ex for 30 days. How many relationships were destroyed by that guy? I won't name names.
But it does take time. And not being able to see immediate results, especially if you're an impatient person, and especially when you want something really, 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 really bad, can be so discouraging. It can be hard. And we've all had that moment where we go to the gym and lift the heaviest we ever have, and we get home and we're like, man, I don't feel any stronger. In fact,
Yeah.
I feel sore.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't even go up the stairs.
That's a good point.
So it can feel really discouraging, but it's something that does take time. Like Craig was saying, we don't always see immediate results to know that things are working in the background.
Yeah, it's so true. And you have to understand, it's not going to be a linear thing for your ex either. There are going to be days where they're missing you a lot. Then there are going to be days that they're happy about the breakup. And that's part of the reason you don't want to reach out. You don't want to reach out on one of those days where they're happier about the breakup. Because guess what's going to happen? You think it's going to make it better or worse?
Right, and people take time. They go through their own process. Of course, depending on whether your ex is more anxious or more avoidant or even disorganized, that can affect what happens after the breakup. But
Sure.
it takes time for people to process grief, for people to process change.
Yeah, you don't want to reach out on a day where they're really angry at you, or there's somebody in their class that's showing them interest, and all of a sudden, oh, they're more attracted to that person.
Right.
You got to let the process happen till it gets to the point where they want to talk to you, and it is a process.
Exactly. Now, here's an idea. No contact can't fail if you are focused on personal growth. This is maybe the hidden little gem in each of our videos as we talk about personal growth, because at the end of the day, whether your ex comes back, whether no contact works or not, we want you to be in a place where you're better off. We want you to be in a place where you're more confident, where you're able to stand up for yourself, where you're able to have healthy relationships and have a more secure attachment.
Absolutely. It is so true. I know it's hard to hear, but you can't control somebody else. You can't make somebody be with you if they don't want to be with you. And why would you want to? If you really think about it, is that what you want for your life? Somebody who doesn't want to be with you? No, of course you want them to come back because they want to be with you. And you both are wanting to repair things like a healthy adult, and considering each other's needs and desires and goals and enhancing each other's life. You know, that's what it's all about. And when you focus on the positive, like we're talking about, that's what happens. Okay? If they don't come back, or if they come back and they don't want to act like an adult, how are you going to repair it anyway? Right? What is no contact really going to do? It's going to give you the time to get to a good place, to work through all the hurt and the anger and the sadness and all the loss and all the fears, so much of what we experience in that painful time. You know, it does take time to work through it. And, you know, we highly recommend you look for a good therapist in your area. We have over 1,000 videos. I mean, we're getting close to 2,000 videos that you can watch. Listen to it while you're sleeping. Listen to it while you're in the car. Do those workbooks. Do the course. Get coaching with us. We'll help you through this, because this is what we do every day. This is what we're always thinking about, working on, trying to figure out where we can help you guys during this difficult time, because we've been there ourselves. And, you know, and putting yourself in a position where you're allowing somebody to come back who wants to be in your life, and then trying to see what you can do to repair it in a healthy way. How is that a failure?
Right.
Pushing somebody, manipulating them, trying to force yourself onto somebody when they're not ready to see you or talk to you. I know it's hard. I know those of us that have an anxious attachment style really, really struggle with that. But this is your chance to improve that. And when you do, you're really going to put yourself in a much better position to repair things with them and reattract them.
Right. And it can be so hard to work on something when you don't see those results right away. I know we've said that, but I think the question here is important. How do we know whether it's working or not? And the answer isn't how we're feeling in the moment. No contact, especially in the beginning, does not feel good. It does not feel like it's the choice that you should make, because everything in your body is saying to connect, connect, connect. And so we have to do something that is a bit different, and we have to be able to have that patience and that self-discipline in order to see the results that we want to see.
Yep.
So it's not so much based on how you're feeling in the moment. We can't sit here and say no contact is a walk in a park and it feels great and you're going to see results right away.
It's so hard.
It's hard. You know, but right then is the opportunity for growth. It's just like muscle training, you know, strength training. You're creating micro tears in your muscle. It doesn't feel good. It's painful. You're exhausting yourself. You know, you're putting in a lot of effort, but the results are to come. You just have to trust the process. You just have to be able to reassure yourself, and you just have to be able to have that level of patience.
And focusing on the right things each day instead of where is your ex? What are they doing? Who are they with? That's going to make you just obsess, and it's not going to put you in a good place, and it's not going to put you in a place where you're going to reattract anybody.
Exactly.
All right. So hopefully this one's been helpful to you. Of course, if you want to get our help personally, you can do that on my website, askcraig.net. I do email coaching and I do Skype. Victoria is also available for Skype coaching.
I'll be here whenever you're ready to chat.
Just click on her name on the top of the website to schedule with her. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
And I'm Coach Victoria.
And we will talk with you soon.